Hey everyone, Cyber here, and welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft Creative Building series. So, in the last episode, blue review real quick, in the last episode I built this house with this garden and pool, which I'm not going to go through the interior because I did that in the last episode, and I also built this road, which goes up here to this clearing. Which one day maybe I'll build a mansion. Oh, I forgot this village was here. But yeah, maybe I'll build a big, I don't know, Tony Stark mansion up here, or something similar. And then of course, we have the Block Inn Hotel and its glorious green and brown grass block color scheme. So anyways, in today's episode, I'm going to be building some more stuff, obviously. I mean, that's the whole premise of this series. So anyways, right here next to the house, I'm gonna build a restaurant, like a fast food restaurant, like right here. And I'm going to be building the interior of the Block Inn. So we'll see how that goes. Because this place needs an interior pretty bad. Because it looks like an inn on the outside, but it needs to look like one on the inside too. Anyways, enough yapping, let's just get started. Right after the intro, of course. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the buildings are complete. This is probably all of the building I'm going to be doing in this episode, which is going to probably make this episode a significant amount shorter than the last creative episode. But I mean, I might do a little more building, but that's probably, hold on, let me just, that's probably going to be some, like, paths and roads going here. Which, if you're wondering what's going to go over here, it's going to be a little mall. Like an outdoor mall. Like a shopping area. Or it'll be like places to eat and places to buy stuff. And it'll be footpaths here, no roads. Which means I'll probably have to make a parking lot over here, which, to be honest, I don't really want to make a parking lot because I think that they take up too much space and they're not worth it, even though it's realistic to have parking lots. I feel like it's not worth it, but we'll see. Of course, that might not even matter, but I'll get to that later. Anyways, enough yapping, let's just tour the buildings. Starting in the order that I built them, we're going to start with the restaurant. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Crafty's. It's basically McDonald's, but in Minecraft, and, it's Crafty's. Which, instead of a golden M, I put a golden C for the sign. Which I might change that later, because that looks kind of stupid, but maybe I'll keep it. The idea is that the logo is supposed to resemble a crafting grid of a crafting table. So that's why I went with a blocky looking C, because I definitely what the heck was that? I just saw a red light flash over here. Anyways, never mind that. I can definitely make a better C than this, but I chose to make a blocky C because, yeah. So anyways, we have outdoor seating areas. I'm gonna tour the outside first. We have some parking, not much parking, because again, I hate doing parking lots. And here's the drive-thru. Here's the bar thingy that hangs above the entrance of the drive-thru. And here's like, these are the menus where you order stuff from. And there's the speaker, which I used the heavy core and the prismarine wall to make. Yes, I would like to order a cheeseburger and some fries and a nuclear bomb. Okay, maybe not that last one. I don't know why I said that. I might even cut that out. Anyways, here's the kitchen exit. And here's the first window. Here's the second window. And yeah, that's the outside of the restaurant. And you can see I made these arrows here. They kind of look like crosses, but they're supposed to be arrows. Anyways, let's go in. There are two ways to enter. There's I want to say this is the main entrance because it's bigger. And over here by the outdoor eating area, there's another entrance, which I don't consider this the main entrance, but yeah, let's just tour the inside. So for the interior, I went with like teal, yellow, and magenta for like the seat cushions, which I think look really cool. And I forgot to mention, if it wasn't obvious already, this is supposed to be a like the style that McDonald's were built in the 90s and 2000s, I think. Like, I think that's what I'm going for, like that really colorful style. And of course you might have noticed in the exterior that I did like a French fry roof design. So yeah, that's the kind of design I went for. So yeah, you got the tables, you got the little tables for 2 people. You got the booths. This is the drink machines, and I guess this is supposed to be a napkin dispenser. I mean, I should know, I built it, but yeah, that's supposed to be a napkin dispenser. I used an auto crafter for that. Or maybe it's your sauce dispenser. I'm not sure. Here's where you order the stuff. This is supposed to be a cash register, and the trapdoors are supposed to be countertops. And those, once again, are menus to look at. And, And before I go into the kitchen, let's look at the bathrooms, which I used emojis to make these cool looking signs, like for the men and the woman. Anyways, here's the men's room, which I tried my best to make a urinal. Here's a sink. Here's the big stall. And the women's bathroom is the same thing, but there's a stall here instead of a urinal. So anyways, we have more drink dispensers, which, hold on. Okay, yeah, they're the same design. I wasn't sure. Actually, there is supposed to be an iron door here. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. There, that's better. I think there should be iron doors here, but I obviously can't do that because there's an iron door on this one. But, yeah, drink dispenser, and this is supposed to be an ice cream machine that never works. So, yeah. This is the broken ice cream machine. Or maybe it's not broken because this restaurant's not McDonald's, it's Crafty's. And if we turn here is the other side of the drive-thru window, and if we turn here is the rest of the kitchen. Which, these are wither skulls. Like, as you can, you know what, nope, you're not supposed to see the back of those. These are not wither skulls, these are supposed to be screens that have the orders on them. And, over here, these are supposed to be deep fryers for like the french fries. And once again, I made another use of the heavy core for the fry cage or whatever it's called. Like the fryers. Then if we go over here, I made this copper frying pan with a lightning rod and a copper slab. Which I did not come up with that myself. I got it somewhere off of YouTube, but I forgot where. And these are the ovens and stoves. And here's the hood that like sucks up the air. Now I have this thing here. I don't know what the rest of this is supposed to be. This is what it looked like in the reference image. And if you go over here, here's the other window, and here is the freezer. Which if we go into, it's not very big. There's a light in here, and there's some shelving. Anyways, on this shelf, I have a slice of meat here, which I use the mangrove logs, kind of look like cut up animal or meat. So yeah, I just did that. And of course, we have the back door. And that's pretty much it for the restaurant. Oh yeah, I forgot about the roof. I did some roof detail up here. Like some AC units. Oh, let me go back inside. You might, not sure if you noticed, but I put some trap doors on the roof. These are supposed to be the AC vents. So yeah, I went as far as doing that as well. And this is supposed to be a trash can. Anyways, that was the restaurant. On to the hotel. So anyways, if we enter through here, we have a room before we get to the main room, which has these things, which these are supposed to be luggage carts. I couldn't get them to have wheels because I have no idea how on earth I'm supposed to do that, but besides that, I say I did a pretty good job making luggage carts. And if we go through here, we have the lobby. And here's front desk. This is supposed to be another register or the thing where they, I don't know. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. And here we have like an area where you can just sit down and wait to get checked in or whatever. And there's a TV here. And a nice carpet made with light gray glazed terracotta. That's kind of a mouthful. Try saying that 10 times fast. I'm not going to, but anyways, if we go over here, we have the elevator. Oh, I forgot to mention this. This is the staff only area, which there is totally something back there, but I'm just not going to show it. Okay, there's nothing back there actually. I didn't bother building that area because I couldn't be bothered to. Anyways, moving on. This is, hold on, that should say shop. Oh, what did I do? There we go, essential shop. Which, if you've been in some hotels, you might notice actually, they would actually be in this corner, closer to the front desk. But I put mine over by the elevator, so that way guests can step out the elevator, just take something and just go back up to a room. That's a flaw, but no guests are actually going to stay here, so why should I care? Anyways, this is the essential shop, where you buy all your essential needs. So these snowballs are supposed to be hotel soap. Like, you know, those little round pieces of soap that the hotel gives you? These are supposed to be like nail trimmers. This is supposed to be medicine or something. I used a potion of healing for that. And this is supposed to be a razor for shaving. And this is your food. You have water, you have cookies. These are supposed to be like bags of chips or something. And this is supposed to be your candy. That's supposed to be a candy bar. That's supposed to be some chocolate. And I don't know what that's supposed to be. I just put that there. Maybe it's Jello, but I don't know why they'd sell Jello. I don't know. And if we go back here, this is where they serve breakfast at. And if we look over here, I even put in a laundry room, complete with the washers and dryers, which are the same thing, but I don't really care. And like a little table to like sort out for your laundry. And these are supposed to be soap dispensers, but again, I'm not in that version, so I had to use trapdoors. And next, before we check this out, let's check out the gym, which added some treadmills. I say I did a pretty good job on those, as well as the lift benches, which I wish I had a different trapdoor, but one that was like a similar color to the chain in this block would be nice, but we don't, so I just used copper. I mean, iron would have been good, but I have to have a red... No, I'm yapping. You've seen enough of this. Let's check out this room. So these are like tables and stuff where people will go eat breakfast. And this is where you get the breakfast. These are supposed to be waffle makers. Because if you've been to many hotels, you know that most of them will have waffle makers. I don't remember what this was supposed to be. Probably the same thing that it was in the restaurant. Napkins dispenser, sauce dispenser, where it's where you get your butter and stuff. I don't know. I didn't know what else to put in here, so I just put some drink machines in here, which I think I've built differently than the ones in the other rooms, but I don't think they have drink machines like these. Oh no, I remember what they have now. They have like juice dispensers, but not like, I don't know, I just put restaurant drink machines in here, but that's not really realistic. These are supposed to be trash cans. This is supposed to be where you get more condiments. And over here is another door where you can get out. Which, did I do one on the other side? No, because there is no other side. And before we go upstairs, let's check out the pool area. Which I made the pool have a shallow end and deep end. I gave some of the chairs parasols or whatever they're called. And some are just exposed to the sunlight. And of course I made some of them tables. Anyways, that's all for there. Let's go in the elevator, which I just did a water elevator. So here we have the mini lobby with the couches. And the hallway. And if we go in here, here is one of the rooms. Complete with a TV. Which this TV is kind of big. I could have probably made it like, maybe... Oh, I ruined it. Yeah, no, I can't be bothered. I'll fix it later. But yeah, I made the design of this room is inspired by modern hotels. Like if I can think of an example, like a Fairfield Inn and Suites or a Hampton Inn, I think. I'm not sure. But yeah, here's your little desk. Here's this is supposed to be like a closet or something. This is supposed to be a microwave. And this is just an art piece. Because I've seen some hotels have that. Which of course looks kind of represents the overworld, I guess. The terrain generation. And you're probably wondering, CyberCat, where is that light coming from? Let me show you where that light is coming from. It is coming from these light blocks, which yes, I cheated and used light blocks. But this is a creative world, I can do whatever I please. And of course we have the bathroom, which I made this shower curtain with a banner, which this is not my idea, I also got this from YouTube. But again, I'm not sure who. Got your faucets and stuff. The tub. The sink. I thought I put a mirror in here, but yeah, I can't be bothered. That's a really complicated banner design. But yeah. And then this room is the same one, but inverted. Oh, and another thing I want to show you. I used a normal skull for this lamp over here. Just turned around the other way. And yeah, all of the rooms are like that, except for the rooms on this side. I wanted to make this thing not too big, so I made the rooms sideways like this. And if you're unfortunate enough to get a room, to get this room, you do not get a window or any sunlight. So I probably could have made this like an employee area, but I just made it a room because I don't care. And it's just the same thing on all the other floors. Except if we go to the top floor. Go to a room here. Oh wait, this one's gray. Oh yeah, because it's in the middle. But if we go over here, the wall is green. And it's like that because it corresponds to the, whatever the outside looks like. Because I didn't want the walls with the windows on them to be 2 blocks thick. So... and I think that's actually going to be it for this episode. Which, I probably might not continue this series. Or, if I do, I'm considering ending this series off. Because, when I started it, I thought I was kind of into it. But now I'm kind of not into it as much. But, and also I have other plans for videos I want to make. Which doesn't really leave room for this series. That's another reason. So if you don't ever see another episode for this series, that would be why. Which I might continue this series, but it's probably going to be a long time down the line before another episode gets released. But anyways, with that out of the way, this episode has come to a conclusion. So, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like and maybe subscribe, you don't have to of course. And I'll see you all in the next video, whenever that's going to come out. Later.